Alrighty, we're back on the chicken truck, and today we are going to attempt to sculpt out the bedsides and the tailgate. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we're going to try and figure it out here together, so join in. and wrap this thing up and send it off to paint because we are done. Really like how all the various shapes are interacting and colliding with each other here. Really flows, you know. Like this detail right here, very rectangular. I think we're set. One thing I wasn't too sure about was this. Only thing I wasn't too sure about on this was this growth down here, but you know, now that I see the whole picture coming together, you know, it really just ties the whole room together, as they say. I'm very pleased with it. So let me know in the comments, though, what you think, because your opinion is valued. Remember folks, spare the product, spoil the job. Don't be a coward when it comes to product, folks. You have to be willing to sculpt your way to prosperity. It's the name of my new self-help book, Sculpt Your Way to Prosperity. Available soon in the merch store. Please ignore the extremely inappropriate combination of wide white walls and Camaro rally wheels. This is not permanent, this is just the way these came to me. These will be getting replaced with the proper steel wheels eventually, but for now they hold air. So yeah, just say no to Camaro rally wheels and wide white walls. Not a great combination. So the problem we're having is that even with the rear of the car jacked up and the rear hanging down, we cannot get the wheels in here. And so we're just trying to figure that out now. Yes, I am jacking from the rear of the frame. We mentioned that in the last video when we tried dealing with this, and a bunch of people still told me that you have to jack up from the rear of the frame. We are jacking up from the rear of the frame. Okay? 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 Yes? Do you understand? No, probably not. So this is a problem because it means I have to probably radius this wheel opening. I do see here that these shackles are not really flipped down, so I'm going to see if I can flip this real quick and see if that works. But most likely I'm going to have to open this wheel opening up a little more so that we can actually get the tire in. I think we can get this flipped down, but the problem we have is that the shocks are maxed out. So I'm thinking maybe if I undo the shocks, we can do something about that and get this thing dropped down a little more. Because I really don't I kind of want to run fender skirts down here. Well, I'm going to run fender skirts, and I don't want like big giant fender skirts cut up into the fender. So whatever is kind of the least resistance. If I have to drop the jacket up from the rear, undo the shocks whenever I have to change a tire, and that's just the way it is. Like it, welcome to old cars. Well, I dropped the shocks and we managed to get the tire in, but got more problems. So I'm gonna put the jack onto the rear end, and if I jack the rear end up, it's gonna move this way, hopefully, and then we'll be able to get the whatever in, maybe. Look at that 70s stance though, hey? Gross. Kind of almost maybe got it here. Well, we are going to have to play around with the wheel opening regardless. We have to move this ahead to kind of compensate for the typical Chevy torque tube rear end not being centered in the wheel opening. So that's not a big deal. We can open that up. And then I think I still am going to have to come up a little bit because it's still not low enough in the back. It's sitting way too high in the back. I'm going to have to go with 3-inch blocks. This has got 2-inch blocks in it right now. I have to do 3-inch blocks. And then by the time this is all metal instead of foam and everything, it should hopefully drop it down a bit more because, yeah, it's way too high up in the back right now. So even though we got it in, minor victory, still got to do something here. These Cadillac quarters are quite a lot wider, so they are out about 1 inch from where the Pontiac quarter panels were, which also helped. But again, I'm going to have to open it up just a little bit more, so we are not going to have issues getting that tire in and out. Just one problem at a time, folks. Well, I don't really know what to say here. I don't hate it, but I also don't really like it. It's certainly not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it still needs some refinement. And this is just all very rushed right now. Just not enough hours in the day and the week to get to where I want to be on this stuff. Hardest part about doing this is putting stuff out half baked and half finished, because now we got this out in front of thousands of people, and unfortunately the only way I can build a custom by myself in my garage is to put it out in front of thousands of people. And if I don't put it out in front of thousands of people as the progress happens, then I don't make any money from YouTube, and then this project can't be worked on. So double-edged sword. So I'm sure there's lots of opinions out there, and I'm just going to proceed to ignore them and continue doing whatever I want anyways. But yeah, I thought this would work better, and I don't hate it, but it does need some more. If I was going this route, it needs some more refinement. It's all very, very roughed in. Again, I just didn't have enough time to refine this. I had a lot more time to do the fadeaways, and I was fiddling around with that for quite a while. And so I'm overall very pleased with the fadeaway fender sculpturing. But this was just like hammered together, because we gotta get content out to feed the algorithm, and this is the price we pay. So I could continue tweaking and refining this, and we still haven't done anything with the tailgate area yet. I kind of got partway into this and then figured that I really need to have a tail light to come up with a tailgate shape that kind of complements the shape of the taillight, seeing as that's quite a important feature on this truck. and I don't really, well, I can't buy taillights right now. I could buy taillights, but I don't have the money for that because I spent all my money on stupid stuff. And even if I did, it's going to be like a month before I get taillights. So we're kind of hooped there. So I can't really design the tailgate until I have taillights. So yeah, that's not ideal. I do kind of like, you know, how this is going to be blended into the quarter panel here. It is going to be an absolute bugger to weld in there and figure all that out. That's a future problem though. Yeah, I don't really know. We're trying to get this video done here, so sorry if we're a little brief, but what I'm thinking is what has to happen is I'm gonna push this up against this wall, and just because there's less garbage on this wall, and we can just kind of sit and stare at it for a while and drink it in. But I think what's going to happen here is we're not doing the curved top box. I think I don't think it's going to work for this particular sequence of shapes. I think what I have to do here is we're going to just do a conventional, well, not conventional, but the box side is just going to be flat across the top like a Holden FJ or really any other normal truck. And we're still going to do the swoopy tailgate, and this is still going to be all swoopy and rounded in here. We'll have the curved Nomad style tailgate and all that nonsense. But the box side, or the box side itself, will be an actual straight line here. Rather than trying to taper it off, it's just kind of too much. And this to me is something that kind of came out in like on the 90s. Like it's something you see in like, I don't know, custom truck or trucking or something like that back in the 90s. It's not really a traditional thing that I'm aware of anyways. I think we're better off just embracing the fact that it's a truck, keeping that line straight, and then rounding off the back so that it still kind of looks like something. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We had to try it out this way, and just to see what would happen and see if it would work. And this is why we're modeling all this out in foam and plaster and Bondo, because I'd be pretty upset if I made all this out of metal and discovered I didn't like it. But now we're not really too far behind, but we are running low on product, and I'm getting tired of sculpting. So we're going to take a break from dealing with the box and the tailgate area. We're going to fabricate the front of this pontoon, because the box side isn't going to be affected by any of that. So we can start shaping this out of steel and getting this all dialed in, because that's not going to change. And yeah, we got our work cut out for it. This is the passenger side quarter panel, and you can see, you know, it's a bit terrible, like really terrible. So that's what we're gonna do to keep moving forward. We'll get into some metal shaping and start getting this quarter panel fixed up, getting the pieces made for this quarter panel, and probably, depending on how things go, we can also start building the buck to build the fadeaway fenders. And we'll just kind of study on this for a little bit and deal with this later, because it's not really affecting the rest of this work right now. And yeah, I want to get back to smashing some metal instead of sculpting plaster and Bondo. The dust is getting a bit out of control in here. So I apologize for this episode being a bit rushed and last minute. It really is down to the wire here. I didn't really have a lot of time to put into this week, and it's already Thursday night, about 9 o'clock. I've still got probably 3 hours of editing and uploading this video that has to come out tomorrow somehow, and I also have to get up in the morning to get something else that will be coming up in the next episode next week. So we have a very busy time ahead of us, and so I apologize for all the people who wanted to participate in the jacket giveaway. There's just not enough time to fit that into this episode and for me to figure out how to do that. So we're going to announce the winner in next week's episode. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. Just for the record, there's a bunch of scammers in the comment section pretending to be me and commenting and telling you that you've won a prize or some BS like that. Just ignore them, block them, whatever. It is not me. I will not reply to comments and tell you that you've won things or tell you to message me on some stupid chat app or something. So for the jacket giveaway, I will not reply to your comments. I will announce that in the next video who has won. We'll randomly select one of your comments and we'll film it all so it's all legit and everything, nobody gets left out. And then I'll put my email in and you can email me if you've won, and then we'll get that all sorted out. So again, I will not reply to your comments saying that you've won. If somebody replies and says you've won a prize, it's a scam. Don't fall for it. Anyways, we'll wrap things up. Just want to say thank you for watching. Huge thank you to everyone who's been ordering a shirt. You can get your Autobody Archaeology or Louisiana Lapweld shirt in the Carter Auto Restyling store, carterautorestyling.com. I'll put a link in the description. You'd also get Chicken's Truck stickers, and all of that helps to support the Chicken Truck project and keep us going, because we got a big winter ahead of us. What else is there? Oh yeah, huge thank you to everyone who has been sending in donations via PayPal or the super thanks button here on YouTube. Also thanks to those of you who signed up to be members on our YouTube channel here. And as usual, big thank you to all the folks over on Patreon who have been contributing to this channel on a monthly basis and have really gone above and beyond to help us make these videos, because yeah, if I was relying on YouTube alone, we'd be in bad shape and we wouldn't be doing any of this. So big thank you to all those folks, and big thank you to everyone who watches every week and tunes into this nonsense. Again, sorry for the abbreviated episode with kind of a disappointing outcome, but that's life. We'll get past it. I got a fun episode for next week, hopefully. And yeah, take care, and we'll sign off here.